Let's go live now to Cricket Australia announcing Pat Cummins as the new Test captain.
Higher moral character than other players in the team, and to a certain extent, perhaps you could read into that other people in the community. Do you feel that you're that person, that you will have to be beholden to a higher level of moral character than your average cricket player and your average person on the street?
I'm not sure about that. I think when it comes to kind of moral character, I'm probably my own harshest critic and judge on that. I've had some great conversations with Richard and Nick, and they've just reiterated their strong support for me and the players and the staff around here. So, that doesn't worry me too much. I know with the role comes added scrutiny, but for 10 or 11 years I've been playing for Australia in the public eye. I won't always get things right. I'm certainly not perfect. There's going to be things that pop up, but as long as I can sleep at night, I'm really comfortable with the responsibility of that.
Ben Horn.
Thanks, Cole. I just had one question, but I might direct it at both of you. But Pat, just firstly with you, how do you think you'll both you'll work together in the field when you're actually out in the field? How do you think you'll work together?
Yeah, again, I think one of the big reasons why there's been talk around fast bowling, fast bowlers not being able to captain in the past is just the workload issue. There's going to be times where I'm out in the middle, it's a hot day, I'm in the middle of the spell, and I need to turn to people for advice, for tactics, for experience. And that's, the main reason, one of the big reasons why I wanted Steve to be vice captain. So I think how that looks, I think it potentially could look differently to what you've seen partnerships work in the past. There'll be times on the field where I'll throw to Steve and you'll see Steve moving fielders around, maybe doing bowling changes, taking a bit more of an elevated vice captaincy role. And that's what I really want. That's what I've asked, and I'm really glad that Steve's happy with that as well. So we'll, nut out how exactly that works. But, it's going to be a real collaborative approach. I've got, Steve's got such huge strengths, especially around tactically out in the field. He sees it differently from first slip. Huge experience working with spinners, bowling changes, mapping out a game. So I'll be leaning on him hugely for that. And, might look a little bit different from the outside to potentially other captains in the past. And that's great.
Steve, can I just ask you how you see that? And, do you see that the same way?
I think, like I said before, it's my job to help Patrick in any way that I can. And, if there's times on the field when I can help and I guess help the workload with Pat, then that's my job. And, I'm excited to be working with Patrick. We've known each other a long time. We're close friends. We get on really well, and I think we complement each other really well. So I think, I'm really excited, and I think this could be a really great partnership together going forward. And as I said, it's my job to help Pat and help grow this team into one, hopefully, that can be successful and one that Australia will be proud of.
Rob Waters.
Congratulations, Patrick. What sort of captain will you be? How will you describe the leader that you want to be?
Yeah, it's, trying to work out, try to play to my strengths. I think I'm naturally quite a calm person. I'm quite positive. I really, love people. I'm a real people person. So I'm going to look to be really collaborative. We've got a great stable of, senior players in the side, great staff. So I'll be leaning on everyone. I'm a big one for empowering individuals to really own their role and take control of that. So you won't see me telling someone how to bat or someone how to bowl. They're playing for Australia for a reason. So I'm there to really, protect their freedom. I want to back them in, try to remove distractions, relieve pressure off them. And then I think, I guess tactically, drawing on, a decade of international cricket, especially from the bowling side of things. I feel like I can bring a lot to that role. Yeah.
Mel Farrell.
Thanks. Congratulations to both. I'm just wondering when you last spoke with Tim Paine and, you know, how that has affected you two as you've taken on these leadership roles.
Yeah, I've been chatting to Tim, the whole week. Spoke to him on the phone this morning. And, I guess I'll start off by saying just we really feel for Tim and his family. He's just a really, loved, well-respected leader for our team. He's been incredible for me, especially since being vice-captain. He's been someone who's really looked after me, who I've learned a lot of. And that's consistent with all the boys and the staff up here. We just really feel for Tim, what he's going through. We love him. We hope that we see him back in the team soon, and just wish him all the best. He's obviously going through a tough time. We feel for him. But I guess outside of that, everyone else in a really good place. We're really relaxed, really confident going to an Ashes series. It was only, I think, 10 days ago since we won a World Cup. So the overall mood, I guess outside of feeling for Tim is one of real excitement and positivity.
And Steve?
I think Patrick summed it up perfectly there. I don't have a great deal to add there, just that, from a personal perspective, I'm thinking of him and, having been through some tough times myself, I urge him to, take care of himself and be really kind to himself. So, my thoughts are with him and his family, and obviously he's taken a leave of absence, but hopefully we can see him back soon.
Dan Brettig.
G'day, Pat. G'day, Steve. Congratulations both. Just wanted to ask about the last few days, and I suppose, obviously, Steve, you had the experience of some really down times in 2018. Tim's obviously going through some really down times in a different sense at the moment. How much, Pat, did you have to, I suppose, reflect on how, those tough times that the leaders before you have had, and I suppose reflect on that in the context of, well, how am I going to do this job over the next period, and I guess trying to avoid that, those sorts of tough times.
Yeah, it's tough to see. I think it's really hit home the added scrutiny of being captain, and it's just a reminder of how many Australians love cricket, and we have really high expectations. So some parts of it are daunting, but you can't stay in bed all day worrying about some of these things. So concentrating on more of the there's so much positive with this role. There's so much I think I can bring to it. So trying to not overthink it, and just try to be me. I've been in this role for a couple of years, and I've been back to be captain. So I'm not going to be anyone different. I'm going to be myself, and hopefully that's enough.
Thank you.
Congratulations, guys. Smithy, when Pat's bowling, will you, assume the role of skipper while he's down at fine leg, or will you just continue to sort of use him?
I'm completely guided by Patrick and whatever he needs out on the field. That's my job. If there's times where Patrick hands to me and wants me to take over and do some different things out in the field, I'm there for that. My job is to support Patrick as much as I can and ensure that we're getting the best out of the team.
I think that will remain pretty fluid. We'll work through that. Even a 22 degree day here might look differently to a 40 degree day. So we'll work through that, and I'm totally comfortable.
Daniel Journey.
Congratulations to both of you. Pat, do you think that you're going to need to rest from games from time to time, and is this going to change? Are you going to need to quit or step back your commitments from one of the other formats in your role? And have you discussed, Steve, the prospect of filling in for a test here or there, given we know fast bowlers need to rotate quite a bit?
I very much doubt if I'll rest from Test cricket. I've never rested from a game of Test cricket before, and I doubt that will start now. In terms of other formats, we'll cross that bridge when we have to, just like any other. Any other time in my career, there's been certain series that we've identified as good opportunities to rest and re-energise for the big series. So we'll see. I'm pretty open to whatever needs to happen, but I'm really campaign focused. It's probably how I think about my bowling as much as anything else. So I'm going to put everything into these next 6 weeks, these 5 Test matches, and go from there. You can probably answer the captaincy question, but for me, I just could not think of a better bloke, and a bloke that gives me more comfort if I was to be injured or miss a game. Steve would take right over, it'd be seamless.
I think just from my point of view, fingers crossed, Patrick's available for every game. But if the case is that he isn't, then look, I'll step in and do the best job that I can for the team in his absence, and ensure we're still trying to push the team forward and keep growing as a team. And hopefully we can have some success along the way with that.
Thanks, guys.
Andrew McGlashan.
Hi, Pat. Just on the fundamentals of you being a bowling captain, do you think there'll be moments sort of in the heat of a moment in a Test match, sort of deep in the 4th day, trying to win a game, 5th day, where you might actually have to be quite strong with yourself and say, I've bowled enough now, it's over to someone else, and maybe it's not you that has to do that particular moment of the game?
For sure. I think that's going to be one of the main things I'll have to be aware of. And that's why I'll be leaning on people like Steve and plenty of senior guys around. I'm not out there by myself. There's plenty of people to lean on. Davey Warner's there, Nathan Lyon, Starkey, Joshy Hazelwood. There's a lot of experience in the side. So, sometimes I might need to listen to what they've got to say more than what I've got to say myself.
Cheers, Pat.
Rob Forsyth.
Hey, Pat. Congrats. This is usually such a sort of celebratory and, almost festive sort of moment, lots of hugs and whatnot. How does it feel to sort of have it in hotel lockdown after the week that's been sort of no handshakes with anyone? And I suppose following on from that, what did Becky and your parents and maybe even JL have to say about the news?
Yeah, in some ways it's been quite nice to be a bit removed from everything that's going on here in quarantine. The guys have been great around here. As I said, it's been really relaxed here in quarantine. They're all really supportive. Everyone here we've both have played a lot of cricket with and got good friendships with. So they've been really supportive. Mum and Dad were super excited. There was a few tears, and just I guess feel really lucky. Becky, her priorities are probably on our 7-week-old little baby. So she was impressed for about 2 minutes, and then back to keeping our baby alive. But no, it's a really special time. Everyone's really happy and proud, and really lucky with how it's all landed.
Pat Cummins and Steve Smith speaking there after Cummins was named as the 47th captain of Australia's men's cricket team, replacing Tim Paine. Cummins saying there that he will be a collaborative leader and will, of course, be leading Australia in the upcoming Ashes series with England. Former skipper Steve Smith, who was, of course, banned from the leadership role for 2 years over the ball tampering scandal in South Africa, has been selected as Cummins' deputy. And this comes after Tim Paine resigned from the Australian team.